of the U.S. military's greatest strengths is its ability to rapidly move personnel, equipment, and supplies anywhere they might need to go. Airlift is a critical part of that power projection capability, and now the U.S. Air Force has kicked off the inaugural iteration of its new premier training exercise, Mobility Guardian, along with nearly 24 allies. The event is a more operationally focused replacement for a long-standing tradition of air mobility competitions between American and foreign partners. On July 31, 2017, approximately 3,000 American personnel, along with more than 650 members of foreign military forces, began the drills at Joint Base Lewis McChord, JBLM, in Washington State. According to Air Mobility Command, AMC, which is leading the event, the nearly 2 weeks of drills will focus on its 4 core competencies of airlift, air refueling, aeromedical evacuation, and air mobility support. We're creating an exercise that will encompass everything AMC does, Air First Lieutenant Colonel, the Director of Mobility Guardian, explained. We basically took every skill set from AMC and said, what would the ideal exercise for each of our different mission sets look like? Then we combined them all into one. The Air Force appears to have designed Mobility Guardian specifically to focus on these information exchanges through a series of realistic and complex scenarios. There will be at least one formation flight with aircraft from the United States, Brazil, and Colombia. Other events will require operating at night with night vision goggles or flying at low levels. The actual training will touch on everything from combat operations to disaster relief. Perhaps most notably, members of the so-called Five Eyes, the United States, United Kingdom, Australia, Canada, and New Zealand, will conduct a mock forcible entry, which will involve airdrops and air landings to deliver personnel and equipment into a semi-contested area with a simulated enemy presence. U.S. Army airborne units, possibly including the Alaska-based 4th Brigade Combat Team, 25th Infantry Division, and Special Operations Forces situated on the West Coast, will support this and other phases of the exercise. Mobility airmen are often the first to arrive and the last to depart, U.S. Air Force General Carlton Everhart II, head of AMC, said ahead of the start of the exercise. Exercising our capabilities together is critical, so when we are called upon, we can deliver quickly and precisely. Mobility Guardian looks set to be an important part of making sure AMC and its partners can perform their missions seamlessly wherever and whenever necessary.